This is awesome, you guys. I made it to this new area. It's still raining, but tomorrow it's going to be nice. But I pulled in and I have the whole place to myself. I'm so excited. Look at this. It's just a pull-out. It's like a boat launch, but it is a national forest area. So you can camp here up to 14 days free. And I expect that there will be others that come afterwards, but it is very rare to get this. Look at this, all by myself. And the road is just off of there, right? So that's the entrance. And it's, I forget what road that is, but it helped having that map. So this wasn't on iOverlander or anything, but the National Forest map that I have, this is on. And they assured me that, yep, anywhere where it says National Forest land, you can go. And look at this. There are scenic views and beaches up over along the highway over there. So during the day, if I want a better spot for a beach or something, I might do that. But otherwise, I mean, what's not to like about this? What? This is where I am. I was talking to somebody that came up to me in the Walmart parking lot yesterday and just said hi. And they were telling me about this place. I think it's this place, but we were just saying how often we miss some places because we either just don't know or we're too scared to get off the beaten path. I mean, I'm not off the beaten path here at all. But to just be able to stay in a place like this for free, and it's still around a beautiful area if you want to go and see like the other attractions in the area. So I don't know if I want to give this place away. Just look on a national forest map though. Any shaded area that says national forest is ours to explore and stay for free. And here, water. This is exactly what I needed today. Even with the weather being a little strange, I just really was hoping for a beautiful spot. And tomorrow the weather's supposed to be great. So I'm excited. And it's just back there. That's where that was. So tomorrow morning I can come and maybe just listen to the water and enjoy that, the waves crashing. Great sound. I am getting a little hungry. guys. Park. So this is a pull-off area. I slept down the road at the National Forest pull-off area basically, but it was a really nice spot. Very quiet after the traffic calmed down a little bit because it isn't way off of the beaten path. But it's still free to stay. I can stay there for up to 14 days. And then right down the road from there are these little scenic areas that are just daytime use areas. So this is one way to do it if you are not wanting to go way in the backcountry somewhere and try to find a boondocking site for 14 days to stay. This is an in-between way to do it so that you can have the best of both worlds. And there are also some other scenic things to do in the area, and I will do that over the next couple of days. But I just wanted to point out this spot because it's gorgeous. It was 63 during the evening, and now it's about 70, I think. So I do plan to spend most of the day right here. A little exploring. So it is quite chilly still. So I'm gonna still go on a walk on the beach. It's beautiful. And since it's still early, I think I'll go in the direction of the sun so that when it gets a little bit higher, it's to my back. And this is great because I can walk down the beach that way for a long time and then walk all the way down that way for a while, which I think I'm going to do for some exercise. This is Lake Superior. Myself a salad. I went shopping probably about 4 days ago now, and I wanted to show you again without refrigeration how things are faring. These are my carrots with my little bamboo paper towel in there, which is keeping them a little bit moist with its own juice and not too slimy, right? Then these I actually even haven't put bamboo paper towels in them yet, and they are, I don't know if you can see, but there's moisture in them from this little plastic container. I know a lot of you don't like that I use plastic, but it is actually, if you're going to do this, one of the easiest ways to do this because it's already got its little container. And so I will do that then with spinach and arugula as well. So those are spring mix. Then I've got, avocados, and those are faring well. Obviously they can be out. I did an experiment once with just the spinach, and if I remember, I'll try to continue to do that with these, just so you can see that I think there's this misconception that we just need to refrigerate everything. And I am in a cooler climate right now. It is 76 degrees outside, but I
I can't reiterate enough. I think people think that I'm going without or roughing it when I don't have a refrigerator. Honestly, it's not at all. I eat what I love, and it actually lasts me longer. And someday maybe I'll do a comparison with one of my friends who has refrigeration, and side by side, buy it at the exact same time in the same type of container and see how it fares with refrigeration and without refrigeration. The cooler, that's just a lined cooler. It's nothing, and I don't even put ice blocks in there or ice or anything. It's just has a little more insulation around it than a box would. And that I just keep stuff that I want to maintain a little bit better temperature. I would put this in it if it, as it gets smaller and smaller, and I put them together into one container and consolidate it, I might put it in there to last even a few more days. But honestly, I can't stress enough that yes, I imagine under certain environments and conditions, like if I were in 110-degree weather in Arizona, it might start to get wilty. I don't know. I probably would change my diet if I were in that situation for a while and eat more fruits that have peels around them that would last longer. And so that is that for whatever that's worth. And I don't have anything against refrigeration except the fact that it is the thing that drains the most energy. So I don't know. Works for me. And I'm hungry. Okay. I do need a better knife. I'm still looking. I've had this one and I really like it, but I think it's getting dull. I would like a really, really good knife that I can sharpen. And these are compostable bags. They have a little bit of a lining, but then you can put your waste products in here from the scrappings and just put the bag like this. It will stay for quite a while before you have to pitch it. So that's what I do for my scraps from vegetables. And I'll put some paper, like the bamboo stuff in it, things that I know can compost with it. So that is that. And that's what I was going to put this in. Don't run away. Bon appetit. Wonderful meal. So you can see why my salads are way better than Panera's. I had seen a video the other day from a YouTube channel, a couple that make vans. They often are just in a parking lot because they have a shop where they work on their vans to sell. And that's what they have been doing for a living. They said something that resonated with me because the reason why you choose to do this will play a lot into how you do this. I am not one to be going around trying to find interesting places to be. I have explored a lot of the United States in my youth and I loved it. And if you are young and that's what you want to do, do it. There will probably not come another time except when you're my age to do it. So it is something that more people I wish would be able to and choose to do if they can. It is amazing what you learn and just to see what is not only in the world but in our very own country and the beauty that surrounds us. It is amazing the things that you will find and you'll be surprised by. So I highly recommend it. But what I was saying is that for me, because of my situation, I was trying to find a place that I could be. I want to still be around my grown children and be able to visit them and be with them. And I also wanted to be mobile because when I was trying to think of where would I choose to have a home, at the time, I really couldn't pinpoint where that would be, except near them probably. But as I was looking, I was thinking, do I really want to set up a permanent place somewhere again? or do I want to be able to have the freedom to move? And so that is why I chose to do this. So my circumstances are that a lot of times I will be in their driveways or in the same spot for a while. I will go to see beautiful sites if they're near me, like the girls who were telling me about the sites around the Hiawatha National Forest also told me of some really cool things to see nearby, so I might take them up on that. But this couple was talking about how they really have lived almost 3 years in a parking lot in their van, although they initially, I guess, were traveling around and things like that. And you have seen on my channel that I started out also looking for companionship, looking for people that I could find that also love this type of lifestyle. So that is another reason why I chose to do this, because I figured if I'm going to find people that are somewhat like-minded and love to do this kind of thing, they'll get me more than people who don't do this kind of thing, I guess. So that is why I got into it, and that is why it looks a lot different than some other channels that are travel channels and showing you all the great things. I a lot of times don't have too much exciting happening but my normal life, and so I try to show you what it is normally and the things that help me to do that and make it easy for me to do this in a way that makes sense to me and might also make sense to you depending on your season of life. It was just neat to hear them say that they just love living in a van and they can't see any other way right now for them to live, or any other, like a home situation. And for me, it really made sense too, that for this season of life, I can do this. And it's not that I'm not thinking about my future. I mean, I am not getting any younger. And so there may be issues in the future about mobility, or I will get tired of moving around. And I do. There are times, but I do have the situation where I can go back and be with my family and have that semblance of stability. And I would recommend it if you do have a situation like that where you can maintain places where you can just pull up and be. And not have to think about where you're going to sleep. So that is a point that I want to make, because this channel is about van life. So I do show you a lot of what I'm doing in my van, but it is not necessarily going to always show you beautiful places, although I do see a lot of beautiful places like this. And I am very happy when I get to be in places like this. And I've sought them out more as I do this, because I just put my feelers out, I look around in an area, and now that I have seen some areas, I also start thinking about, oh, would I want to buy land somewhere? Where would I want to buy land? I understand why there's a lot of young people that are doing that and starting to homestead and things like that. It is a natural progression from this lifestyle, I think, and it, for me, is something that I think about and am actively pursuing when I'm in an area. I look around, see what's available, and where I could maybe see myself a little bit more permanently if I ever did that. So I think that was the point I was going to make.
So I hope this video was helpful to you if you are planning to stay in the Midwest. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.